Yeah, for a lot, I will probably do the same. And it sounds strange, but when you're in high growth, when the opportunity is there, let's put it that way, Booking at some point really had an opportunity. And then if you start thinking about complex processes or hiring is slow, then you're not going to really capture that opportunity. So we had to go very fast. I always say that time, it was a bit like organized chaos. But then in the end, we did accomplish our goals. So when I look back, I will probably do it again like that. You need to do fast hiring. But where it starts breaking is with middle management, because you see that people come into your company after 6 months or a year, they need to become manager. They're not really experienced to do that. So you really need to think, how do I help these people to step into these roles? And when you need to do that at scale, it is really hard. Yeah, so there's a lot of differences. Even if you think about today, you can get a prototype out in no time, right? When Booking started, this was a lot more complicated. So ideas, you see scale much faster. But it also is that actually more people have access to this technology. So you need to really think about, what do I need to do to stand out? I think if you think about remote work, is completely different. That's something that companies need to embrace. Communication becomes even more important. Then globalization, I think in Europe, some things have gotten easier, I think. Like payments now, you can operate your business in any country, but there's still in Europe a lot of complexity, which still makes it very difficult for startups in Europe. But we have the biggest market in the world, so we really need to think, how do we make sure that all of these startups, no matter where they're coming from, have access to this market? So that's also an element. Sustainability is not an option anymore. It should be really embedded into how you do your business. Customers are much more critical to what companies they want to buy from. So these are, I think, a lot of the elements that are quite different. At the time of Booking, you really thought about having the best possible product. And already having that would set you aside, right, from everybody else. Today, that is not enough. So really, startups need to think about product, but also need to think about marketing, which is a lot more complex today than only doing AdWords on Google. They really need to think about, okay, once I have this product, how am I going to make customers to buy it? So there's a lot more complexity into doing that. That's why you need much more visionaries that already think about this whole picture.